So let's select the founding colonists on our initial Martian colony. We should have 75 colonists to choose from, but for some reason it's 71. I thought it was 75 with this sponsor. Can only have 12 people. That's a real bad amount, actually. I wish I could have added to that, but we haven't got a tech which increases that amount yet. We'll certainly be hoping to get it in future. There's a number of categories we get to choose from. You could be quite prejudiced if you're so inclined with the people that you happen to let on Mars via your colony. For example, if you don't like vegans, you could say, no, I'm not having any vegans. Or you could have all vegans if you were so inclined. Basically, most of these traits do one or other thing. These are quirks. Vegans don't seem to do anything though, so yeah, it's about the only one which doesn't do anything actually. Tourists I really don't like having on my colonies because they don't work, and we need people to work, especially the founders. Potentially, I'm not sure if they will earn you money though. It does mention gambling with them though. They like to gamble. So maybe if you had a casino, I'm not sure actually with a casino if you can make money from it. But all of these do something or other. The worst ones by far are the floors. Preferably I don't want any of those, and in fact I've deselected everything here. Probably the worst one in my opinion is idiots, because that can cause malfunctions. I at this stage definitely don't want to have things breaking down, which would cost materials that I certainly lack at this stage. So all of them are deselected. Perks, there's some good ones here. It's going to be very important to get a Martian born offspring being produced on Mars very quickly for milestone reasons. So I would like more sexy people because it has increased birth rate. One of the issues with this system though, basically, see there saying one of two. I've deselected one of these people, probably because they have a bad flaw or a quirk, but it's not easy to figure out. I would have to deselect all of these and then use the review option to look for the trait in question to select that person, which would take quite some time, so it isn't perfect. Needs a bit of improvement here. Sex, not gonna have any preference in this. In one of the very early games I played, basically I approved the female population. I thought I could get more women pregnant, but it didn't work out that way. The only guy in the initial founding colony wouldn't perform for whatever reason, and that was not great in producing offspring and completing a milestone. Specialization is probably one of the most important things. So medics are very useful, especially for creating offspring. Botanists for growing food. Geologists for working in extractors. Security we won't need yet, so I've deselected that. If you deselect, they can't join the colony no matter what. But if you select something, it won't necessarily be the choice. They won't necessarily turn up, especially if you've over-selected the amount of people. Currently I've gotten it down to 24, so I have to scrap 12 more. Scientists I'm definitely going to need pretty soon. The no specialization, I could deselect actually. I might want one or two. I haven't said that. Okay, so I'll put it on for the moment. An age group, I don't want any seniors because they don't work. Children don't work, and there's none available anyway. Middle age I've also deselected because they're going to more likely to become seniors and start working sooner. So I've got it down to 24. Let's review this then. So I'm going to select everyone apart from the no specializations, and if there's a particularly good no specialization, I might have them because there are certain buildings that I will need them for. Right. So that's 14. I actually need to get that number down a bit. Now if you exit the screen, sadly all of these picks are deselected, so that's a real pain. That needs to be improved. So yeah, I probably shouldn't spend too much time on this now, so let's deselect a couple more. because we're Paradox, there's a lot of Swedish people by the looks of it. I don't know if these are real Paradox employees or just made up names. It'd be pretty cool if they were actually people who work for Paradox. Right, those are the 12 people I've selected then. I could have spent more time doing that, but yeah, let's just launch the rocket. There are 12 passengers on board the rocket, but there's only space for 0 new residents in the colony. This is an issue, so I need to get my dome built and the residency quick. But I am going to launch. Hopefully by the time they get there, I'll have finished this, or soon after. We have about 4 or 5 days where they can survive on the rocket before they perish, and I might have to use some of that time. So let's launch. Now this is a bit different to last time we saw. I'm recording on a different day here, so I've actually added in a few more buildings to potentially build later down the line. There's actually enough room for another dome here, so that's great. And yeah, definitely plan on building that. I'm going to build this one first. I think I actually built this one second. I've added in a polymer factory here, which is for making polymers. This is actually in range of that one and that one. I was initially going to place it there, but yeah, I think it's better placed there. I've added a Moxie building here, the oxygen producing building, and this building could go anywhere. I probably will be replacing it. I'll just stuck it there for the time being. There's also an oxygen tank there. I've put it near to the dome, and that pipe's already done. So yeah, I think that's all of the new stuff I've added. What else is going on? The Explorer is not going to be able to do anything for a while. I need to get that transport working again, maybe. Right, let's get going again then. Let's put the speed on proper. So, oh, forgot all about this. So there's a dust storm in play. Okay, so we're getting less electricity. I'm probably going to build another bank of electricity here, I'm thinking, at some stage if I need to. Where's my rover to? Right, that's in range of that. Okay, good. So it should be helping out with this. So, oh, what I could do as well is get more concrete depot over here so they don't have to travel so far. I'm going to do that. And where is the transport? Right, it's by there. Okay, let's get that. It's there. Might help a little
Sector
bit.
scanned. Anomaly found.
There's another sector scanned. Not that it massively matters, but I may stick a dome there relatively soon into the game to get a tunnel down to there. Yeah, I can't get to any of that currently though. So it might be in my worthwhile to actually build that soon and that soon, or maybe even that soon, just to store some oxygen and water in case of emergency for a bit later. Dust storm, what's it do? Oh, Moxies don't work, so there's no point in building that yet. I could build that to get the water up now, but yeah, let's focus on that still. So you can see the progress being made on this. They do bring some food. I'm gonna have to breed. Ooh, just started there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get food up pretty damn quickly. I can't actually land the rocket while the dust storm is in play. So hopefully another one of these doesn't come. Looks like construction's finally starting on the dome. All of the materials were brought over to it. So what shall I build next? Good question. Well, the oxygen isn't going to work yet. So let's start building that. I think get some water stored. And I'm going to build living quarters next. Then I'll build hydroponic farm, I think. I don't have the farm tech quite yet. How is tech coming along anyway? Taking longer than I would like, frankly. Yeah, so can't really afford to outsource as much as I would like to. Right, that transport pretty much doesn't need to bring more concrete over here, I think, although I do need concrete to build stuff in a second. I think there's enough there. I'm gonna get that back out to get some metal shortly.
Sector scanned.
Okay.
Milestone achieved. We have an oxygen shortage.
Okay, so milestone achieved. No oxygen. But since there's no one in the dome, it's not an issue. So, how do we do for score on that? Right. Nothing spectacular, but okay. So, let's put that up in priority and turn it off currently. Since there's no one in it, I don't need, yeah, much going on here. So 60% extra energy this is going to be, 24 in total because of it being in a cold area, which is particularly bad. I don't think the dome freezes over like normal buildings though. Yeah, if you have serious issues, and hopefully we can avoid those. Let's put the oxygen tank on there as well. Let's get this, well, it's not quite done yet. I'll build the Moxie as soon as the dust storm is finished, and it will actually be able to work then. That can extract up to 3 water at a time, which is actually only just enough. I have 2 fuel, that's 1 each, and that will be 1 each. I'll probably need water for the farm as well. Oh, and let's actually make some residences then, living quarters. So sadly, I think all of these are going to be cold, so yeah, all extra energy, which is a problem, means I need to build more energy. I don't really want to build a lot of energy at the moment, as well. I want to build it later on the, up here, the more wind turbines later on, but yeah, so be it. Right, so that holds 14 people, I believe, and it's only 12 people who are coming on the initial colony. Right, let's get up next then. Gonna have to get one of those in, and sadly these cost polymers, at least initially, but not maintenance wise. I'm gonna have to feed people, so let's stick that one there. 1 should be enough at this stage for all of them, and yeah, we'll get those built, and that should be enough then to for the initial colony. I guess I could get the medical. I need to get research up as well down quickly, because obviously research isn't good enough at the moment. So let's make that there. Yeah, I'm gonna need power for all of this stuff. Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah, it's got 1 excess water. Probably gonna. I could switch off one of those fuel refineries, or maybe I could make another one of these pretty soon. But that's more machine parts that I'd rather not spend, to be honest. Okay. Is that in range of that? Just about. Right, transport's done. Let's go and find some metals to gather. There's 18 over here. Let's go and grab those. I've got a time getting. There's going to come a time where I have to get a tunnel over to another area, because I'm going to run out of metals unless I basically get a dome near to some metal deposits like those. So yeah, I've got to be careful with that. Not an issue really at the moment. To build a second dome, yeah, I need more polymers at the moment, so I've got to get that up at some point. Okay. I should definitely be thinking about making more electricity. More. I think I'm going to have more of those, because they're just reliable. And you do need reliable energy. The dome is going to cost me 24. I think those yeah, I've got to keep the dome energized at all times, so let's get minimum 24 in case of emergencies. I think they're normally 8.8, aren't they? So probably get couple more of these at some stage. Pretty much near now. Guess I keep on placing them up here. Right. How's progress on that? Got a bit to go. Rocket's very nearly here. So I'm not going to be landing these people straight away. Okay, rockets arrived. It mentions that passengers on board will die if the rocket doesn't land in 119 hours. So yeah, I've got a number of days before I definitely have to land them. I'll probably be landing them there again. I've actually got a lot of fuel stored up, so I can send the rocket back pretty much straight away. Yeah, which should be good. And the next rocket, I'm probably going to get enough to get another dome up, and hopefully another research lab up in there, and enough for a tunnel. And then I won't have much cash left. I'll have to get yeah, mining metals pretty damn quickly to get some cash.
Pipe leak reported.
If I can get a tunnel up though, and if there's anomalies up there which will give cash, those two certainly could, then that would help me out a heck of a lot. Right, so there's a pipe leak, not good. I need more drones at some stage as well. Nearly done. Right, so that's basically done. Let's get the Moxie made, which I probably should have put on earlier actually. Let's get that tank made. That is actually made, so that's storing up water slowly. Or at least it would be if I didn't have a pipe leak. So I got a feeling I'm going to have to get a second one of these online, which I don't really want to spend the materials for. Let's get that going as well. Yeah, so I don't know if they eat the food on board. They might do, but yeah, should wait a little bit. As long as the dust storm doesn't come, then there's not going to be an issue with this. But I do want to get them sooner down here rather than later, really. Right, yeah, we're lacking on fuel, water for those. Guess a pipe leak. So hopefully it gets fixed in a second. Right, power's pretty good. Right, that's producing oxygen, but that's not up yet, so let's actually turn that down a second. Get that made first, get some oxygen stored just in case. Right, so I'm getting very close now to the point where I could, yeah, land. Right, so I've got some stored water, but not a lot. So if I did have a pipe leak, they would be out of water for a bit. So I kind of need more water now. The oxygen is getting more numerous, which is great. I can hold off on that research a tiny bit. Right, let's get one more of those made, I think. And what else? Let's get one more of, I'm gonna have to get another one of these by the looks of it. So let's make a pipe over to there. And also I'm gonna need power. Right. And that can come on. Well, actually I'd make better to make those first before I turn that on. I'll put on number 2. Right. Probably need to get my rover down here then. So let's get the rover down here. And is there the materials I need here? Machine parts? Not really. They're all up there, is it? So could I be doing my transport in the area? Let's turn that off for a minute. So you can select crops for this as well, and yeah, they're going to cost water, but they actually produce oxygen, which is nice. The crop I'm going to have initially is that one, wheatgrass, because it only takes a day to grow. It does use up a lot of water, only 2 per day in food. So these are the other ones are more efficient, I think. I probably like microgreens with this the best because it has the least water consumption and produces a good crop. But for now, it's going to be wheatgrass. At least, yeah, I want to get some people there. But what I really want is a farm tech, which is up here. So I will have to pick that up sooner or later. I'll have food issues probably. Okay, so that's getting done slowly. There is some metals there, so they should get built. How long have I got? 100 hours. There's no downside of me launching this early, really, as long as I don't take way too long. Okay, so starting to stockpile that in case of issues. Energy's looking good overall. Hopefully got enough with all of those new buildings. Might not. Might need to build a bit more energy. What's that drone doing? There we go. Bit of metal. I don't think this rover's going to be able to do much here because this range isn't big enough. And there isn't any... Well, there might be concrete in range actually. Just. But not machine parts. Where's this transport to? Right. Let's go and grab 5 machine parts then. And... yeah. Might unload it over there. Okay, unload there. So we are pretty much ready now. Okay. So at night production is only 26.3, so I'm still losing energy here. Let's get another one of those up, and I haven't even turned on the dome yet, which is 25 energy. Right, start making that as well. Okay.
Sector scanned. Select a sector to scan.
Okay, that's one heck of a sector. There's polymers there. Yeah, water, concrete. So yeah, if I'd started down there, I could have had all of that. Oh well. Right, so actually got to select something else to scan. So let's do. There is it. And where else? Just do these, but they're not exactly. I'm not sure there's much point in doing this because they don't have any buildable terrain in. So I think I'm gonna get that up. I'm gonna get that up, and then I'm gonna land the colonists after that. I'll be ready then. It's the maintenance situation, which is more than I would like. Did I? Yeah, that's got 2 of those. Okay, so let's load those again. I'll deposit them back over here. Should start taking the fuel down to there to get the rocket launched as well quicker. Okay, that's constructing. That's made. Let's put that up in priority now. Okay, transport can take fuel. That's there. Okay, am I missing anything now? Hope not, because I think I'm about to land this rocket. So yeah, let's double check the radius down here for this. So I'm gonna put it. What you need to do with this, you have to actually have it near to a dome. See, dome's in walkable distance. It's saying 0 because I haven't turned it on, so let's actually turn it on. It's not freezing, as you can see, even though I turned it off, which most buildings would, yeah, have that issue. Although, yeah, it's having maintenance there already. Concrete only, luckily. Right, so is that, yeah, domes within walking distance. I wish there was an overlay feature where you could just have all of these radiuses permanently on, because it's a pain at the moment not being able to see this all the time. Right, so let's put it there. I think that was okay. Yeah. Okay. And right, let's get that up. I hope I haven't forgotten anything, because yeah, we're about to have some visitors basically. That is, yeah, about to finish. The water's about to go up, and it's going to bring fuel over, so we can get it back to Earth pretty soon.
Full of hope and determination, the first founders have set foot on the Red Planet.
A new beginning, full of hope and determination. First founders have set foot on the Red Planet. The next 10 sols will be full of difficulties and dangers, but also with great promises and opportunities. It is now to us to prove that Mars can be a doorway to greater riches and the future of the human civilization. Even the most epic adventures begin with a single step. Effect: arrival of additional colonists temporarily suspended until the colony proves able to sustain human life. Your founder colonists must survive for 10 sols before additional people can arrive. Hint: the colony will be evaluated positively before the period ends in the event the first human is born on Mars. If you feel you are up to the challenge, try constructing a medical building and raising the comforts of the founders as much as possible with service buildings. So this is where the sexy bit comes in. We need to produce offspring. So if we'd had more of those, that would have been good, but might haven't. Yeah, hopefully we'll get a Martian born nonetheless. Right, that's online, so we're actually producing water now to fill the tanks. The water production will probably lower actually when the tank is filled. Could build more than one, but one to do I think at the moment. So we should be seeing some colonists arrive in a bit, and I'm actually gonna build a food depot as well, and that's the doorway into the dome, so I'm gonna have it near to it. Gonna bring food off the rocket up to them in a minute, and in a second I'll be turning that on.
Milestone achieved.
Okay, and that was a milestone. First human on Mars. Brilliant. It's Assault 29. Next one is produce food and first Martian born. And we might be able to do breakthrough before those as well, because I'm actually researching one now. So Yeah, nearly there. Okay, so let's have a look at the Martians. They're going to do the Martian hop.
New colonists have arrived.
Something like 39% the gravity of Earth, something like that. Over a third, just over. Right, 12 new colonists. And how much fuel? 55. Right, let's get food off there. There. Right. So yeah, got 3 people working in there. If we have a look on here, we can see this in more detail. So I've currently got 9 unemployed people. I need to build some more buildings so they have somewhere to work. All of these things, stats, do something different. So health, pretty obvious. Sanity, if certain bad things happen to them, they lose sanity. In the worst case scenario, they find a way to end it all, or desire the fact to leave Mars. They become Earth sick, and they will leave when a rocket arrives. Comfort level, basically this is what determines their propensity to procreate in the main, I believe. So I need to get that up to get a Martian born. To yeah, I could just wait the 10 days, and I may do actually, rather than get a Martian born, but I prefer to get a Martian born soon if I can. Average morale, that gives bonuses to their occupation roles, I think, so they produce more. I think that's how it works. And yeah, we'll get to see more from our colonists coming up, definitely. So right, hopefully the drones are making that. Next, I'm gonna build a, if I can find it, a infirmary, which I think I might have mentioned in the text before. So this will actually increase or lower the comfort requirements for births, and that's going to be crucial in getting to the next stage earlier and getting the Martian born. So yeah, I'm going to have one of those. Cost a bit in concrete though, so let's put that there. And that's also a place of occupation, so that will give them more jobs. After that, I would like to build stuff that reduces their comfort level, like well, these buildings in the main. Grocers and diners are pretty good early on because they don't use up too much significant resources, rare resources, although food's a bit iffy at the moment. I could get those up sooner, but maybe I want to get the polymer factory up and one of these up. That's what I might do instead, short term. I've only got 12 people, so I can't, yeah, get them working everything I would like at the moment. I need to get more people here as soon as possible, really. And to do that, I kind of need to complete that quickly, so arguably I should get the comfort levels up. I've got to be careful with the power at all times. 400 stored power is the maximum I can do at the moment. I could make more of those. I don't really want to though, because I don't want to save up those polymers to make another dome. Okay, so that's done. Let's get more fuel down to here. Where's my rover to? I don't think it's doing anything over there, is it? So let's get that over to there. In the worst case scenario, I would have to use research to get more money, and I don't want to do it. But there are techs that, yeah, I could research to get money. I'm going to try and avoid doing that. Certainly nowhere near that point yet. Okay, so how are we looking there? 14 on board, and there's enough there to, yeah, refuel.